they found out that overweight and obesity are more prevalent among corporate executives, managers, supervisors, and professionals because these section of the population are immersed in a food and physical environment that perpetuates an unhealthy lifestyle. If you've been following me for some time on my social media page, you might have heard or malamang nakwento ka na sa inyo that I'm currently taking my master's in clinical nutrition and I'm in the process of writing my thesis proposal. And last August, I presented my thesis proposal in front of the panel, which is composed of doctors, dietitians, and university professors. Yes, the decision is that kailangan kong ulitin yung thesis proposal. Hello everyone, my name is Grace Banal and I'm a nutritionist, dietitian here in the Philippines, and I'm currently taking up Masters in Clinical Nutrition at Philippine Women's University. Even before I started my Masters in Clinical Nutrition, I already have a clear idea on what I want to do with my thesis. As I went through the different subjects under the Masters in Clinical Nutrition program, na-polish kasi marami ako natutunan, and then I realized may mga bagay na hindi pwede, may mga bagay na mas magandang gawin, so na-polish siya. Before the pandemic, na-present ko na yung capsule proposal ko or yung kumbaga summary ng kung gusto kong gawin sa dean, sa professors, and even to the thesis advisor, and they all approved my thesis topic. Kaya lang, akala ko yung itong pandemic na to is mag-last for a few months lang. And it dawned on me, based on the panel, that this new normal thing, this pandemic thing, wherein hindi pa pwede yung mga usual face-to-face interaction, will persist until 2021. And because of that, hindi ko maki-carry out yung thesis ko. Hindi ko pwedeng isakatuparan, kumbaga, yung methods ko or yung experimental stage ng thesis ko because it will require human interaction. The panel, they advised me to change the procedure or to change some aspects of the thesis proposal to adapt to the new normal. And the reason why I'm sharing this to you is because I have learned quite a lot of things from this experience. Naisip ko baka sakali din na valuable din sa inyo yung lessons na yon. Number one lesson is about confidence. Even if I feel that I failed kasi hindi ko na-meet yung objective, ang objective kasi is for me to present the proposal, get feedback from the panel, and then for the panel to approve my proposal para makapag-move on na ako sa next step. In that case, hindi ko na-achieve yung objective na yon. So in looking at that, kung isipin nyo, I failed. But yung confidence level ko is still there, especially yung confidence with myself kasi alam ko that I've given my best. I've given my 101%. Inaral ko mabuti paano magsulat ng review of related literature. Inaral ko mabuti paano gumawa ng conceptual framework. Binasang studies. And then even the presentation itself, ilang beses ako nag-practice. I think I practiced and prepared for more than a month. And I know given my best. So if you're someone struggling with self-confidence, one way na ma-address yun is by preparing well for whatever it is that you are not so confident about, and also knowing that you gave your all, you gave your best. Alam mo that anything that could go wrong will be out of your control na, and at least you know you're confident in yourself that ginawa mo yung best, ginawa mo yung makakaya mo. And also, kapag ginawa mo, pag binigay mo yung best mo, mararamdaman naman yan ng mga tao makikita yan ng mga tao na alam nila na you gave your all, you gave your best. And because of that, these people, knowing that you are doing your best, they will be rooting for you to succeed. The second lesson that I learned is that for us to have clarity over certainty. In these times, during the pandemic, ang daming mga uncertainties, hindi natin alam kung hanggang kailan ba ito matatapos, hindi natin alam kung meron pa tayong trabaho after some months, hindi natin alam kung meron pa tayong pera after a few months, hindi natin alam kung databuan ba tayo ng sakit or hindi. But one thing that's more important than certainty is clarity. The panel members gave me a lot of recommendations, tips, suggestions na paano ko mai-improve yung study ko in such a way na mas naging clear pa yung gusto kong gawin. Actually, marami silang sinuggest na pwede ko nang tanggalin, pwede kong idagdag, para kumbaga mas maging klaro yung daan na tatahakin ko para ma-achieve ko yung goal ko. And that's very important. May mga bagay na hindi natin kontrolado, pero as long as we have a clear vision or we have a clear path kung paano natin ma-achieve yung vision na yon, it gives us a lot of sense of security and also a lot of motivation to push further kahit mahirap. And the third lesson that I learned is about adaptability. Ito yung mistake ko kasi akala ko after 2 or 3 months matatapos na tong pandemic na to. But lo and behold, aabutin pala tayo ng hanggang 2021. Yun nga, nung present ko na yung proposal ko in front of the panel, it dawned on me na kailangan nating mag-adjust to the new normal. Kasi hindi yung pandemic, hindi yung virus yung mag-a-adjust para sa atin. Tayo talaga, tayo yung mag-a-adjust. The fourth lesson that I learned is about science and success. Kasi when we think of science, when we think of researches, niisip natin na yung mga result na nakukuha natin is something that we want, something that we predict. But a lot of times, yung mga nadidiscover natin na science might not be the results that we want. Science is about constantly proving and disproving and proving and disproving. So we might not always get what we want, but it's about getting or knowing what is the truth. And in the same way with success, it's not always about succeeding at something. Sa mga times na we fail, and that's okay. Most of the time, before we even get to success, marami pang steps ng failure. And that's how I see this experience. I might have failed at one step. The more I fail, the closer I get to success. So if you're someone who have experienced or might experience in the future, yung feeling na binuhos mo yung lahat ng effort mo, nag-spend ka ng time, ng money, ng effort, ng emotion sa isang bagay or sa isang tao, only to find out na nawalan ng saysay yung lahat ng efforts na yon, I want you to remember those lessons that I've learned. Lessons on confidence, na knowing that you gave your all, that would be enough for you to pat yourself on the back. So the lesson on clarity, no matter how difficult the journey is, as long as you have a clear picture of what you want to achieve, I think that would be enough to motivate you to move forward and to move on and to keep trying. And the lesson on adaptability, we need to go with the flow. Kailangan nating mag-adjust para hindi tayo mapag-iwanan, para makapag-survive tayo, especially during these trying times. And lastly, the lesson on science and success. Kasi all of us want success, pero kailangan nating tandaan na yung success and failure, magkakambal yan. So, do not expect na makaka-achieve tayo ng success without failing during the journey. So, I hope you learned something from this experience that I had. Yung mga nakikita nyo na pinopost ko sa social media, those are just the highlights of me. And naisip ko, baka hindi nyo nakikita yung mga behind the scenes, yung mga failures, yung mga struggles. And I want to share more than the highlights. I want to share with you those failures, those struggles. Kasi during those times, dun ako mas pinakamaraming natututunan. I want to share with you those learnings. I want to share with you those struggles and failures. Kasi baka may mapulot din kayong mga lessons from those experiences that I've had. And this is the inspiration that I had with putting up this YouTube channel, kasi gusto kong i-share yung mga not just the highlights, but also those lessons that I've learned being a dietitian, being a mom, and being a leader as well. So, syempre, mag-share pa rin ako ng mga nutrition information. What I will be sharing is my take, my professional and personal take on certain issues about nutrition that I believe we should also be aware of. So I hope you stay tuned. If you find this video or this advocacy valuable to you, maybe you can click subscribe, or you can comment, or you can like, para naman malaman ko if this vision is worth pursuing. So thank you again for your time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting me, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.